Welcome back, everyone. It feels like I was saying to everyone else just before on Zoom that it feels like almost it's been a century since we've seen each other. So it's nice to get back into these online classes. I've missed all of you and connecting with all of you. A few exciting little announcements. I believe, let me just make sure YouTube is actually recording. It is. It's my biggest fear is that I never hit the play button to record. It's recording. We're all good. A few exciting announcements. I think next week or the week after, so in a week or 2 weeks, we'll be kind of recording in a new space. And this is kind of an office space I've been using. And they've been super generous and have given me kind of one of their rooms. And it'll just be a little bit nicer. It has like a red brick wall in the back. The internet is much faster. So hopefully that works out. We'll see how it goes. No promises yet. And then I'm really excited about this. Might seem a little trivial, but I'm getting a new headset. I've ordered a new headset so that I can feel like a pop star. But it's like a nude color that comes around to the mouth so that when we do the exercises and we're doing core work, I'm not like screaming into the microphone anymore. So yeah, we're moving on up in the technology world of filming and production. Before we start class today, just something really simple. We talked about this on our 10-day immersion, but drishti, the ability to focus your attention on one point, to have concentration and to focus. And lately I've just been noticing that I've been on my computer a lot and it becomes this really like you're only looking what's directly in front of you. You're only looking at what's directly in front of you. And it kind of hardens your vision. You kind of put your blinders on because you're just always focused on your iPhone screen or your computer screen or what you're reading on a book. And so it can be really helpful, I think, when we're talking about drishti and yoga, your ability to focus on one point, to also talk about having the capacity to open up our periphery when we look at something. So the other day when I was practicing, I was really paying attention to, where my eyes were looking, really, harnessing that ability to focus, but then widening the field of my focus. So my attention is not just directly forward, but my attention's also going outwards and towards the side, literally broadening the periphery. And what it does, I find for me personally, is it's this very energetic softening of how I look. Have you ever met someone who's like, they have a very piercing gaze and they just look into the depth of your soul when you talk to them and you're like, ah! And then if you ever notice someone who's just come out of a meditation or, who's been maybe out in nature and seen something really beautiful, there's a dewiness, there's a softness to their eyes. When you look at someone you really love, there's almost this softness. And I feel like a softening of your concentration, of your focus, allows for almost a bigger perspective. You take in not only what's directly in front of you, but also the things more to the side of you. And as a result, you just see more. So when you're out walking in nature, this can be your exercise today, or if you're going to bed, maybe it can be tomorrow. But if you go out for a walk, can you try to take in what's going on, not only what is in front of you, but out towards the side. So you broaden your perspective. And to me, it has this energetic ability to kind of just soften the mind and just be like, whoa, there's more to life than what's directly in front of me. There's a whole plethora of paths and experiences. Today we'll be kind of working with our side body. So our QL, it's this very deep, kind of almost rectangular, the quadratus lumborum, this deep rectangular muscle kind of at our lower ribs and our ilium. So it goes along the spine from our lower ribs down towards the ilium, and it's this deep rectangular muscle. And, often when we do side bending, you can feel a sensation of stretch there if you're quite tight there. And it also impacts how we breathe, because it connects with the ribs. So today we're going to be focusing on breath and side bending to kind of get into our QLs a little bit. You can come to your mat. And get to a comfortable seat. I'll just pin this so I can. Come to a comfortable seat. And close your eyes. Once your eyes are closed, can you take a deep breath into your body? And a full breath out. And can you keep a deep breath going and simply observe if your forehead is creased and if there's a lot of tension in like your eyebrows and eyes. Can you relax your forehead and allow there to be more softness in your eyes? And keep that steady breath. And gently blink your eyes open. Take both hands out in front of you. And with your pointer fingers, your index fingers, point them up. And bring your pointer fingers together. So you have your two pointer fingers pointing up. And now you're looking straight forward at both fingers. And imagine as if you're studying something real hard, or you're reading a really intense email. There's a lot going on. So all of your attention is on your index fingers where the email, this imaginary email is. You're really focused. Okay. And then see if you can soften your eyes a little bit. And take your right index finger and then begin to move your right index finger towards the right. Now keep your eyes on your left finger. Keep your eyes on your left pointer finger. Take your right arm out towards maybe 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, just so that it's in your periphery. Your right index finger is in your periphery. And can you have your attention is on your left point finger. It's straightforward. That's your drishti. But can you allow your focus to still have the capacity to take in your periphery? And can you relax your eyes? And can you observe that the more you relax your eyes and your forehead, the more you can take in both points simultaneously? Or you're at least more aware of your periphery. There's more to this world than what's directly in front of you. And then bring your right finger forward and then release. Oh, it's quite hard on the fingers, wasn't it? Give your hands a little shake. Yeah, went to the Black Lives Matter rally in Melbourne, and we did like a fist in solidarity where we all raised our arm up in a fist for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. And by the end I was like, oh my God, that was such a workout. My deltoids are going into failure. Okay, other side. Both pointer fingers up in front of you. Okay, can you place your attention on both pointer fingers? Soften the eyes, soften the forehead. Take your left hand out towards the left to like, let's say 1 o'clock. Well, it would be kind of like 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You know, that side of the clock. And see if you can focus your eyes, on your front finger, your right one, but soften them to the degree that you can also pay attention to your left finger. Can you observe how that impacts your mind? Does it kind of let your mind almost soften a little? And then bring both fingers together and release. Beautiful. Please come onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, look forward, tilt the sit bones up, open your chest towards the front of the room. And exhale, push the hands and knees down, round through the back. 2 more times. Inhale, look forward, tilt the sit bones up. Exhale, dome, and round the back. Inhale, breathing deeply into the body. And exhale. Okay. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Good, and then straighten your right leg straight back, so your right leg is straight. And then step your right foot all the way over towards the left. So take your right foot all the way to the left, as far to the left as you can go, and then try to look towards your right foot. So we're creating a bit of a side stretch from the right hip to the right armpit. And can you take a deep breath in? And a full breath out. And one more deep inhale. And a full exhale. Head, knees back side by side. Straighten your left leg straight back, so the left leg straight. Take your left leg all the way over towards the right, as far to the right as you can. Keep your left leg straight. You can walk your hands a little to the right. And then try to look towards your towards your left foot. Try to side bend towards the right, bringing your right shoulder closer to your right hip, creating more space between your left hip and your left armpit. Breathe deeply. A deep breath totally impacts the QL. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Well done. Come back onto your hands and knees. And come down onto your elbows and forearms. Come right into a forearm plank. Stack your shoulders so they're over your elbows. Your hips are level with your shoulders. And focus your eyes on one spot on the floor. And then again, can you, even in the face of something a little more challenging, still keep your periphery open. So there's this softness in how you perceive the world. You still focus on what's in front of you, but you have the ability to kind of take in your surroundings as well. Take 3 more deep breaths, breathe. And one last deep inhale. Lower your pelvis and your belly towards the floor. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms turned down. Broaden across the front of the chest. Let your center of your chest elongate forward. Push the elbows and forearms down. Steady your eyes on one point. Take a deep breath in. Steady breath out. 2 more breaths. Again, can you focus your eyes directly in front of you, but then take in your surroundings, so that the more you practice this, when you go for a walk, you take in more things. You almost have like a fish eye perspective, you can actually see more. Slide your hands back beside your lower ribs. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears, up towards the sky, and then draw your shoulders down your back. Hug your elbows in, lift your thighs off the ground. Try to bring your big toes so they're touching. Roll the inner thighs up so the inseam of your yoga tights wraps up. Push the pubic bone down, lift your chest up a little higher, lift the legs a little higher. Take a deep inhale into the body. Full exhale. 2 more breaths, straighten those knees, lift the chest, lift the legs. One last deep inhale. Exhale, push up to your hands and knees. Press back to child's pose. And then walk both hands towards the right, coming into a bit of a side bend. Let your head relax down to the ground. Take a slow, steady breath in. And a slow, steady breath out. One more deep, slow inhale. Steady, slow exhale. Bring your hands back up to center and then all the way over towards the left. Send your right sit bone down towards your right heel. Let your head soften. And again, really focus on your breathing. Deep, slow breath in. Slow, steady breath out. One more deep inhale. Full exhale. And then come forward to all fours and downward dog pose. Send your butt back and up towards the sky. Take a few breaths to do any movement that you need to do to get a little more comfortable. And then turn your left foot out about 45 degrees. So your left foot is like in a warrior one position. Bend your right knee and send your left hip back up and over to the right. So you're creating more of a side bend by sending your left hip towards the right. Keep pushing evenly through both hands. So both arms stay straight. Try to move your hips towards the right. Keep rolling the outer left shoulder down. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And come back through center. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Bend your left knee. Send your right hip back up and over to the left. Keep pushing firmly through both hands. Can you try to send that right hip a little further back, a little more over to the left. Keep wrapping the outer right shoulder down. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. And come back to downward facing dog pose. Take a slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And one more deep inhale. Full exhale. Good. Bend your knees, look forward, walk, walk, walk towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold over your legs, release your head. Inhale, both hands all the way up towards the sky. Big inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to chest, hands to heart. Good. If you have a block, grab one block, place it in between your thighs. I usually prefer its skinniest width for this, so absolute skinniest width. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. So your feet would be roughly, block distance apart. Inhale, reach both hands up. Okay, cross your thumb and index fingers. Let your index fingers shoot up. The thumbs are crossed. Inhale, get really tall through your torso. Squeeze your thighs into your block. Lengthen your tailbone down. Draw your front low ribs in. Inhale, get tall. Grow up, up, up. Exhale, side bend towards the right. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, over to the right. Keep squeezing the block. Keep pushing through both feet. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, arms down to shoulder height. Bend your knees, sit your butt down and back. Utkatasana. As your butt goes down and back, keep your chest lifting up. Keep your arms parallel to the floor. Can you look straight ahead, but then take in the periphery at the same time too? Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Can you sit a bit deeper? Push all 10 toes down. Lift the inner arches of the feet. Let there be a softness in your shoulders and your face. Take one more full inhale. Full exhale, go a little deeper. And inhale, stand up. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach both hands up. Cross the thumbs, index fingers shoot up. Exhale, side bend to the right and hold. Squeeze your legs into the block. Push all 10 toes, push down through the feet. Keep your armpits and your chest square towards the front. Try to bring the right shoulder a little more forward, the left shoulder a little more back. The tendency is usually for the left shoulder to collapse forward, so keep your left shoulder back, keep your chest open. And now try to open the chest a little bit more. Keep side bending to the right, hold, breathe for 3. Keep squeezing your legs into the block, keep pushing both feet down, 2. And 1, inhale, come all the way up. Get tall, get tall, get tall. Pull the low ribs in, squeeze into the block, tailbone down, and side bend towards the left. Try to open the chest. Open the chest. Can you keep pressing through both feet? Keep hugging into your block. Keep lengthening your tailbone down. 3 more breaths. Try to bring your head back a little. 2. Keep those arms nice and straight if you can. Keep squeezing into the block. 1 last breath. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down to shoulder height. Bend your knees, sit your butt down and back. As your butt goes down and back, try to keep the chest up. Draw the front low ribs in. Breathe, deep inhale. Full exhale. Try to, in chair pose, allow for just a little bit of a back bend. Try not to dump into the back, but allow for a little bit of a curve of the back so that both QLs engage simultaneously. Preparing us for poses like upward dogs, which are in our near future. 2 more breaths. Sit a little deeper. Lift the chest. Shoulders relaxed. Eyes focused. 1 more deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. Fold belly to thighs over your thighs. Put your block to the side. Let it go. Take a deep inhale in your forward fold. And a full exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, elongate the torso forward. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step your right foot back. Drop your right knee to the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Now, pull the front low ribs in towards the spine. So like flex your front core line, lengthen your tailbone down. And then side bend towards the left. Keep your chest open, take a deep inhale, and a full exhale. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the ground, come right into a lunge. Press that back thigh up, let your chest elongate forward. Come right onto your fingertips. You can keep pressing that right thigh high. Keep bending into the left knee. Focus your eyes on one point. Take 3 more slow, really steady breaths. How's your focus? Can your eyes be completely focused on one point? Allow yourself to take in a bit of your periphery at the same time. And step your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, reach both hands up. Catch your left wrist with your right hand. Okay, inhale, get really tall first. So think about length vertically. Pull the front low ribs in, lengthen your tailbone down. Inhale, get a little taller. And then exhale, side bend to the right. Try to keep your chest open. Front low ribs pulling in. 3 more breaths. Breathe. Try to keep squeezing your left glute. Pull the right thigh back into the hip a little. And inhale, come up to center, get tall, and exhale, fingertips to the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Come right into a lunge. Press that back thigh up. Elongate the center of the chest forward. And then again, can you find that drishti? Focus your eyes on one point. This is yoga, having the ability, to focus, really. And then as soon as we develop our ability to focus, then we refine how we focus. You can get a little lighter on your fingertips. Take 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, both hands to the ground, downward dog. Send your butt back and up to the sky. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Come forward to plank pose. Take a full breath in. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog pose, full exhale. Take a deep breath into your body. Full breath out. 2 more breaths. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And 1 last deep inhale. Exhale all your air. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold over your legs, exhale. Inhale, reach both hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Find that steadiness in the rhythm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs all the way down. Inhale, elongate the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump to Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway to the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, lift the thighs, bring the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Eyes are softly focused on one spot between your feet, but then can you allow yourself to take in the periphery, the sides of the mat, moving outwards. Keep the eyes focused on one point. Tops of the thighs, your very tops of the thighs, right near your hip creases, go back and up. And take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale all your air, bend your knees, step or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands all the way up towards the sky. Deep inhale, reach up. Hands towards the heart, exhale. Surya Namaskar B, bend your knees, sit your butt low, Utkatasana, go right into it. Fold forward, Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot your left foot 45 degrees. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale, come up. You can also take a crescent lunge if that works better for you. Exhale, hands come right back down towards the ground. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot the right foot 45 degrees. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, all the way back down to the ground. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Steady your eyes on one point. Slow, smooth breath in. Slow, smooth breath out. Now, the tendency is sometimes we can lock out through our elbows. So just try to put a little bit of a bend in your elbows and then try to engage the muscles around your elbows, the forearms, the biceps, by pressing the hands a little more firmly down. Imagine as if you're trying to move the hands closer together, and then you're trying to move your biceps, your upper arms, a little further from each other. Take 2 more slow, steady breaths. And 1 last deep breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes. Lift your heels real high. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up to the sky. Keep both hips facing down. Exhale, bring your right knee all the way towards your face. Round through your back, through your back, through your back. Push the floor away and then step the foot forward. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, reach both hands up. Get a little more vertical. Pull the low ribs in. Catch your left wrist with your right hand and side bend towards the right. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands come all the way to the ground. Tuck your back toes. Turn the heel flat. Warrior two pose. Inhale, come all the way up. Bend deeply into your right knee. Bring your right elbow towards your right thigh and your left hand on your left hip. Push your right elbow down against your right thigh and try to side bend through the torso. So as you push your right elbow down, let your ribs move upwards. Try to create as much space between your right hip and your right thigh. Take your left hand up and then over behind the head. Try to wrap the hand around your head towards your right ear. Press your head back against the hand. Keep bending into your right knee. Keep pushing down through that back foot. Take a slow, steady breath in and a slow, steady breath out. 3 more breaths. I want you to close your eyes, if that's okay, and really focus on your breathing. Really breathe in a manner where your ribs move. This really helps us get into the QL. 2 more deep breaths. Let the ribs and the rib cage expand. Can you keep the depth in the legs? Keep pushing the right elbow down. Keep side bending across the torso. Keep pressing the head back. 1 more deep inhale. Full exhale. Nice. Come up. Warrior two pose. Keep bending into that front knee. Square your chest to the left. Okay, turn your head. Look to the left. I want you to look to the wall that's directly to your left, so that your sternum, your breastbone, and your nose are pointing in the same direction. You're still in a warrior two. We've just changed the head placement so that you're looking in the same direction as your breastbone. Should feel a little easier on the neck. Focus your eyes on that one point. And now, can you focus your eyes on that one point and take in your periphery? 3 more breaths. Breathe deeply. Try not to shy away from the challenge. Keep the depth of the legs. 2 more breaths. As you look in the same direction as your breastbone, can you take in your periphery? Maybe notice your hands on left and right. Reverse warrior 2. Reach back. Take a full inhale. Complete exhale. Back to warrior 2. Hands to hips and straighten your front leg. Good. Turn your back foot in a little. Maybe step it in a little too. Inhale, spread your arms wide. Exhale, reach far forward. Right hand comes down to your right ankle, the floor or a block. Your left hand goes straight up to the sky, Trikonasana. If you can, turn your head, again, in the same direction as your breastbone. And try to get both sides of your neck equally long. So you're not looking up at the sky, you're looking kind of straight forward from the breastbone. Draw the shoulders down the back. You take 3 more slow, steady breaths. Spread your hands in opposite directions. Breathe. One last deep inhale. Full exhale. And bend into your front knee. Reverse warrior 2. Take a full inhale into the body. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way to the ground. Drop your left knee to the floor. Inhale, reach both hands up. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease. Push the top of your right thigh down. Keep the low ribs pulling in. Inhale, get a little taller. And exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Bring your palms together. Lean back away from the direction you're twisting. Good. And then maybe tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up off the ground. If you'd prefer to, you can take your left hand down towards the ground and your right hand up towards the sky. Wherever you are, you can keep pressing that back thigh high, and then just let your eyes focus on one spot. And then once the eyes land on that one point, can you kind of allow yourself to soften a little with your gaze and take in your surroundings. And both hands come down towards the ground. Step back. Well done. Downward dog pose. Take a full breath in and downward dog. Full breath out. 2 more breaths. Push strongly through both hands so that when you push through both hands, you're getting both sides of your waist equally long again after that side bend earlier. Hey, step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes. Lift your heels nice and high. Lift your left leg back and up. Can you keep both hips facing down? Take a full inhale. And exhale, step the foot all the way forward. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Catch your right wrist with your left hand. Draw your low ribs in, get tall first, get more vertical, and then side bend to the left. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Keep squeezing that right glute. Inhale. Come back up, vertical. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck the back toes. Lift your back knee off the ground. Spin the back heel flat. Warrior 2 pose. Bend into that front knee. Take a full breath in. and out. And the left elbow comes to your left thigh. And keep that bend in your left thigh. Right hand towards your right hip. Push your left elbow down against your left thigh and side bend a little bit more to the right side of the torso. Side bend, side bend, side bend. Take your right hand up, bring your right hand behind your head, and wrap it around towards your left ear. Keep bending into your left knee. Press your head back against your hand. Pull the front lower ribs in. Try to create more space between your right armpit and your right hip. Try to push your left elbow down and create more space at your left hip joint. Keep the bend in your front knee. Keep pushing down through the back foot. Okay, press your head back against your right arm a little. Now maybe close your eyes. If it's too much, keep your eyes open. And then really focus on your breathing. Take 3 big breaths into the rib cage. Okay, one last breath. Keep sending that right elbow up and over. Head back. Good. Warrior 2 pose. Come all the way up. You can do it. Keep the bend in the front knee. Turn your chest to the right wall. Turn your head to the right wall. So look directly at the right wall, the same direction as your breastbone. Keep the depth in the legs. Spread the arms wide. And then just focus your eyes on one spot in the same direction as your breastbone. Your nose is pointing in the same direction as your breastbone, so it's easier on the neck. Focus your eyes on one point, and then try to take in as much as your periphery as possible. Can you see your hands on right and left? Take only 2 more breaths. You've got this. One last deep inhale. Full exhale. Reverse warrior 2. Reach back. Take a full breath into the body. Full breath out. Back to warrior 2 for just 1 breath. Spread those arms. Hands to your hips. Good job. Straighten your front leg. Heel toe your back foot in a little. Turn your right foot in. Inhale, spread your arms wide. Exhale, reach far forward. Left hand down to shin, ankle, or the floor, or a block. Right hand right up towards the sky. And then turn your nose so it's pointing in the same direction as your breastbone. So again, towards that right wall rather than up towards the sky. You can get both sides of your neck equally long. Push down through both feet. Spread those arms. And then breathe. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. 4 more breaths. 3. Are you breathing? 2. Are your eyes focused, but can you take in your periphery? 1 final deep inhale. Full exhale. And look down, bend into your front knee. Reversed warrior 2. Take a full breath in, reach back, stretch back. Well done. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the ground. Drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, both hands up. Take your left thumb to your left hip crease. Push that thigh bone down. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Bring the palms together. Tuck the back toes. Lift that back thigh up off the floor. Option to take the right hand down and the left hand up. Can you breathe? Can the eyes be steady? You know, what you practice on your yoga mat will begin to seep into the rest of your life. So if you can practice a focus, a gaze, that not only pays attention to what's in front of you, but also to your surroundings. You'll just walk into rooms and environments and be more conscientious of what's to your side, literally. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step back, downward dog pose. Take a slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. One more breath, just like that. Push the hands down, send the butt up. And come forward to plank pose, deep inhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog pose, send the butt back and up. And please drop your knees to the ground. We're going to take forearm stand. So if you need to go to the wall, you can go to the wall quickly. If you have a block, put a block between your hands. You can turn your palms down towards the ground. Or if that's too hard on the elbow, you can turn your palms in towards the block. If you don't have a block, you can just turn your palms down to the ground. Or you can interlace your hands together. Tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, come into Dolphin Pose. The option to stay in Dolphin, or walk your feet in, lift your right leg up, and kick up. Wherever you are, can you take another 5 breaths? Breathe. 4, can you keep your breath steady? Pull your lower ribs in. 3, breathe. 2, and one last breath. And take your knees down. Take a moment to rest. Close your eyes. One more time. Place your elbows, your forearms. Dolphin pose, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground. Option to walk your little feet in. Lift your left leg up, stay here, or kick up. Wherever you are, take 5 slow, steady breaths. 4, 3, try to stay with it. 2, one last breath. Those are hard. And slowly come all the way down. Ground work, everyone. Come onto your butt. Take your legs out in front of you. Okay. Take your left leg right out in front. Draw your right heel in towards your groin. Now, option 1, you can stay with this leg placement, or you can tuck your right foot back behind you. So there's 2 options. Left hand comes down to the shin, ankle or the foot. Left elbow to the inside of the leg, if you can manage that. Right hand to your right hip, open your chest to the right. Option to stay here, or reach the right hand up and over towards the left. You can keep turning your chest open to the right. Slow, steady breath in. Head out. If you'd like to, if it's in your practice, you can release the left hand back underneath the right leg and catch the right foot with the left hand. Ankle. Wherever you are, maybe close your eyes. It's okay to close your eyes every once in a while. Usually, traditionally in asana practice, in the poses, we always keep our eyes open and we focus on, a point, a drishti. But it's nice to close your eyes every once in a while and just really allow yourself to feel the experience of yourself breathing, especially when we're doing QL work. The breath, can impact the QL. It can impact so many muscles in our body very profoundly, just through the movement of the rib cage. Take one more deep inhale and a full exhale. And please come all the way up. If you tucked your right foot behind you, bring it back to Janu Sirsasana, heel towards the groin. And now everyone take your right hand to the ground behind you. Push down through your right hand, push down through your right knee, thrust the pelvis up, reach the left hand back, overhead. Take your left hand behind your head, press the head back into the left hand and the left forearm, open the chest. Take one more deep inhale and a full exhale. Good. Butt comes back down. Right leg comes forward, left heel draws in. Bring the heel towards your groin, or tuck your left foot behind your left hip. Right hand comes down to the shin, ankle, or the right foot. Left hand to your left hip. Turn your chest open towards the left. Ooh! It's always, I'm not sure if this is the case for you, but I always have one side that is such a different experience than the other. Right. Option to keep the left hand on the left hip or reach the left hand up and over towards the right foot. Option to take the right hand back underneath the left leg and grab onto the left ankle with the right hand. And then can you breathe? Maybe even let your eyes close. Really focus on the movement of your rib cage. Like when you take a breath in, notice how your ribs move outwards. And as you exhale, the ribs soften in. 3 more breaths like that. And then come all the way up. Take your left hand all the way up and over. If you tuck the foot behind you, just bring the ankle forward. Push down through the left hand, the left knee, reach the right hand up and over. Take a deep breath into your body. Take the right hand behind the head, lean the head back, open the chest. Good. Butt comes down towards the ground. And bring the bottoms of the feet together. Inhale, interlace the hands around the toes, sit tall. If you need to, you can sit on your block. And exhale, forward fold. Baddha Konasana. The head releases. You can take 5 slow breaths. 4. 3. 2 more really deep, full breaths. And on your exhale, can you relax a little more? Inhale, slowly come up. And please lie down onto your back. Bend both of your knees. And place your right ankle on your left thigh. Option to gently push the right thigh forward with your right hand. Otherwise, hug the left leg in. You take a slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Notice your forehead, your eyes. Can you invite more softness in your eyes, in your forehead? Relax. There's a gentleness in how you perceive the world. There's a gentleness in how you perceive yourself. Slowly release, switch sides. Left ankle on your right thigh. Gently push the left thigh forward. Stay there or hug your right leg in. Can you maybe let your eyes close? Again, pay attention to your eyes, forehead. Can you let them soften? There's a gentleness across your face. Your jaw relaxes. Your tongue, your teeth relax. Hug both knees into your chest, give them a big squeeze. Shavasana, corpse pose. Please lie on your back. Ensure you're comfortable. Can you allow your belly to relax? Your hands and your feet totally soften. Please take a deep breath in and out. If you'd like to stay here a little longer, feel free to. Otherwise, take your arms overhead. Give your body a big stretch. Bend your knees. Oh, yeah. Roll onto your right hand side. And then gently press yourself up. If you're in a comfortable seat, bring your hands together in front of your chest, palms touching, eyes softly closed. As you flow through the rest of your evening or into tomorrow or even today, can you pay attention to how you're perceiving the world? And are you only focused on what's directly in front of you? Or as you go for a walk in nature or on the street or even at home, can you allow your perspective to include your periphery so you take in more? Namaste.